You know, the last time I had buns this big, I had a fake Karen, but this is all my hair today, so that's really cool. And welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. Today we are doing a DIY video, and the DIY video in particular is going to be hair bows. Now you guys may know that I really love hair bows. It's like a thing that I've developed recently since my style of goth does lean more towards the kind of cutesy, maybe like kinder goth, kinder horse sort of side of goth fashion. Not exactly, but like that's kind of what I'm attracted to. I love hair bows, and I can't find my hair bow right now, but you will probably be seeing some examples at the beginning of this video of what we're going to be making today. And it's really simple, it's really cute. I think it looks good on anyone. You can wear it as a bow tie, you can wear it as a hair tie, you can make it into a pin. You don't have to make it into a hair clip, you can always put a safety pin on the back. But yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, so let's start out with what you're going to need. First off, you're going to need ribbon. Now I have lots of different type of ribbon because of the different styles you can do. I've got these two sheer ribbons, so you can do a sort of nice outer layer. It makes it look really funky. This really big satin ribbon from a previous DIY project, and this folds really nicely. You can make a really big bow with this. We might not use this, we might. I've got patterned and printed ribbon, so here I've got a little ghosty one and a cobweb one. You can also get a blood splatter one, but it was sold out when I was looking for it, but you can get it. I've also got these gauze grain ribbons, which were essentially like a standard ribbon they're mostly used in making bows. They're quite stiff, they hold their shape quite well, so they're really nice. And then also these two, this patterned one and this plain one, these are gauze grain and they're kind of thinner, and this will what make the middle of the bow. Another weight item you can use is zips. Now I think zips make a really cool looking bow, because if you was to just fold that in, then tuck the edges around, that looks like a real cool bow. You can, that looks really quite inventive. I have quite a few of these. These ones I pulled off some trousers a while ago, but I think we should be able to take out the stitches and they shouldn't really look too bad. A lighter to burn the edges of your ribbon because it will fray. A pair of fabric scissors. Hair clips, I've got these barrette style. These alligator clips, I prefer these ones because I find they stay in your hair a bit better, but you can also use these if this is what you have. Glue, this is basically knockoff E6000 glue. It's from Wilkinson's. It's so much cheaper and it does the exact same thing. A tape measure or ruler, so if you're making sets of bows they can all look the same. Don't make my mistake. And then last but not least, you're going to want a needle and thread, and then possibly a needle threader. I like to have them because I'm lazy and I can't be able to see what I'm doing, but you are going to need a needle and thread. It doesn't really have to match the colour of your ribbon, but it does help if it does. Okay, so the first one I want to show you how to make is this bow here. It's made out of the ghosts, the gauze grain, and then the little black one here. I love this one, it's one of my favourites. It's really quite mini, like this is how it is compared to my hand. It looks really cute in buns. Somehow I've lost the other one to this because I made two matching sets. So I'm going to try and replicate this but make it the exact same size. So we start out with this ribbon. I can't remember what it's called. You also want to tape measure so you can make sure you're getting this right. If you're not duplicating something, you don't already have to measure from something, all you have to do is fold your ribbon, I'm going to do it in a minute, and then take a measurement from there. But because I have to measure like this, we're going to measure this. It also works if you have a ribbon already that you like the size of, you can do it like this. So I'm going to start by measuring these black pieces here to find out how long they are. So I'm going to measure in centimetres because I can get more specific. So I'm going to put the end right up against the end of the ribbon. I can see this is exactly 9 centimetres, so I'm going to want double that, which is 18, and then plus a little bit, maybe 19, just for seam allowance, where we're going to fold it over. So we want to take our measurement of 19 centimetres, take our ribbon, make sure the end is evenly cut, put that on the 19 centimetre mark, measure it out, and we're going to cut just here. And you want to make two of the exact same length piece. These will be your outer ribbons. And then taking my piece of ribbon, we're going to want to fold it in half and then make sure the ends overlap ever so slowly, so about that 1 centimetre mark. And then you want to make a stitch, or you can glue it. I find gluing doesn't work as well, stitching works better. You want to stitch those two pieces together. Then once it's stitched together, leave your needle in and then you want to find the midpoint. So fold it in half along the way that you put the stitch in. Then this point here is your other half. So you want to take your piece and match it up so that both ends meet. So you kind of have a little shape like that, and then stitch along that line. And then you want to repeat this with this piece as well. Here's the point where you have 2 loops and they're both stitched together. You want to just place them sort of like this, so they both kind of overlap slightly. And then just do a quick little stitch just to secure them 2 together. But I'm just going to leave my threading because I find it a bit easier. I'm going to zoom you back out for the next bit. So now we want to make this middle piece, this little bit that makes the middle piece. So taking our patterned ribbon, this can be colourful, it can be patterned, it can be whatever you want it to be. Again, I'm just going to measure that. And that's 8 centimetres, so we're going to want 16 plus 1, so 17 centimetres of ribbon. So let's just cut that. Similar to the first time, we're going to want to fold this so the right side is facing down in half, cross it over in the middle, stitch it together, and then again leaving the string in, just folding it in half, and then stitching those points together. So now we're at this loop stage, we need to make this into a bow. So we're going to want to fold it in half like this and then stitch about halfway up the ribbon. It makes it easier just to do like a loop over stitch, nothing real fancy. And this just ensures that it holds its shape. The next step is to fold these little bits around to the outside and then stitch in place. And now it is time to assemble our 2 pieces together. So I'm just going to place this onto here, and as you can see this one is a little bit tighter. So what I'm going to do is pretty much the same as what I've done here, and then the next thing we want to do is just take a really tiny piece of this black ribbon. You don't have to measure this one, as long as it'll fit around your hair bow, that's fine. So I'm just going to cut however much that is. The best way to attach this is to start with one end and then stitch it lightly into the back. When you stitch it in the back, only try to go through about 1 layer. Bring this around and then arrange the bow and then just cut off any extra. So there's a little bit too much at the end there, just cut off a little bit and then stitch that in place. And then to secure this to the crocodile clip, you're just going to flip it over, make sure it's situated the right way round. Take your E6000 glue, your hot glue, whatever, put a nice amount on there, stick it on the back, and then put that to one side to dry. So whilst that piece is drying, I want to show you how to make a zipper hair tie. So what I'm going to do is take one of my zips, like this one, and then I'm just going to cut off this bit at the end. It's really irritating, so make sure that this doesn't come unravelled. I'm going to use my needle and thread and then just sew up that end. And you also just want to singe the edges so it won't fray. And because of the material this is made out of, it'll be a little bit more rigid, which kind of works in our favour. So a similar process, you want to sew the ends together like this, and then also fold it in half and then find the centre point. The difference with making this into a bow is that it's going to be hard to fold it in the middle. So rather than folding it in the middle, I'm just going to pinch the sides in. Then whilst holding that in shape, I'm just going to take the thread around and around until it kind of stays. You can fiddle around with this a lot until it kind of looks how you want it to be. And once that bit's done, we want to take our accent ribbon. You can use a black piece or a patterned piece. I think I want to use this black piece. So same process as before. So you've done that. Again, we're just going to flip it over and glue our little clip to the back. And then the last last bow I want to do is just a real simple one with this thick black ribbon. So again, the same process. I want to make 2 of these, so we're going to start from the beginning and we're actually going to measure it out. So I have a rough estimate of how I want it to look. So what I tend to do is measure it, fold it so I can see how it's going to look. That looks okay to me, so that I want to measure out exactly how long that is going to be. So I'm making that 27. So now I want to repeat the exact same process that I did for all the others, but on these. So guys, that was it from me. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please get a big thumbs up and let me know what you think of these hair bows in the comments down below. I know they're like really super duper simple, but I wanted to show you guys because anyone can do it, and that's the joy of this kind of DIY. As long as you have glue, a clip, some ribbon and some thread and a needle, you're good to go. But guys, that was it from me for today. Stay safe, stay dark. If you have any other questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments down below. Also, a huge thank you to our patrons, because without them this video would not be possible. I think I said it in the past few videos, I'm considering just changing Patreon to be my YouTube members. Let me know. I'm still not sure about it. But guys, stay safe, stay dark, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!